Namaste students. Today we will be learning the second chapter of my English book Standard 8th. Now today we will be reading the lesson very carefully. First I will read out the lesson. You please listen carefully with proper pronunciation, intonation and pauses. Read the story by yourself after this video. Androcles and the Lion. Long, long ago, there lived a kind, gentle, and courteous man called Androcles. But he had a very cruel master. In those days, kings, nobles, and other wealthy men used poor people as their slaves. Androcles was a slave. The slaves were forced to work for their masters. They had to do what their masters told them. They had no freedom, no rights. Even when they were unhappy with their master, they could not leave him. They were bound by law to obey their master, however wicked he might be. Androcles did not like his heartless, wicked master. His master starved his slaves and often whipped them. Androcles felt that even death was better than serving such a master. He kept looking out for a good opportunity. At the first chance he got, he escaped from the clutches of his cruel master. Now, although Androcles had thus run away, he was not a coward. He took shelter in a forest. He was not afraid of the wild beasts that roamed the forest. He did not mind that he had no roof over his head. He was happy that he was free as a bird to go wherever he wished. One day, as he was wandering in the forest, he suddenly came face to face with a lion. His first reaction was to turn and flee, but then he saw that the lion had not moved on seeing him. It neither growled nor roared. In fact, it looked at him piteously, as if it was in great pain. Androcles paused. Then he moved very cautiously towards the lion, step by step. The lion moaned and whimpered. "Please help me," its eyes seemed to say. When Androcles drew near, the lion lowered its head and began to lick its paw. Then Androcles saw that the lion's paw was wounded, sore, and swollen. On a closer look, Androcles noticed that a big thorn had pierced one of the lion's toes. "So, this is the cause of lion's distress," thought Androcles. Summoning up all the courage, Androcles stretched his hand slowly towards the injured paw. He was afraid that the lion would attack him if he touched its swollen paw, but the lion seemed to understand his good intention. Androcles took the paw in his left hand. Deftly he pulled out the thorn. Then, tearing a piece of his own clothing, the kind man bound up the lion's injured paw. To his surprise and wonder, the lion then licked his arm as if to show gratitude. Androcles remained with the lion till it could walk again. He would hunt in the forest and share his food with the helpless beast. Every day he would clean and dress the lion's wound. Soon the lion was able to move about. Many times it followed Androcles wherever he went. In the meanwhile, Androcles' master had complained to the authorities that his slave Androcles had run away. Soldiers were sent in all directions to capture Androcles. They searched from high and low, but couldn't find him. At last, they came to the forest where Androcles lived. It so happened that Androcles had gone out alone that day, while the lion rested near the cave. Both of them fell into the hands of soldiers. The soldiers took them back to the city. They put Androcles in chains in a prison. The lion was caged. In those days, people who were found to be guilty of a serious crime were fed to wild beasts as punishment. Running away from one's master was a very serious crime at that time. Therefore, Androcles too was to be thrown to the wild beasts. On the appointed day, the emperor arrived at the circus and took his place. The crowds cheered loudly. The trumpeters blew the trumpet, and Androcles was brought into the arena. His chains were unbound. He felt weak and dismayed. He was certain that this was the last day of his life. At the opposite end, a gate was raised, and a ferocious lion was released into the arena. It had been kept hungry to make it more ferocious. Androcles was filled with fear, but he put up a brave front. The lion saw Androcles and rushed towards him, bounding and roaring. But suddenly it stopped in its tracks. Then it moved slowly forward. All its rage seemed to have melted. Androclus saw this too. Each friend recognized the other. To everyone's amazement, the lion bounded towards Androclus again. But when it reached him, it began to purr and rub its nose against him. Androclus hugged the lion. He wept with relief and joy. The audience, including the emperor, watched this tender sight in a great wonder. People began to cheer Androclus and asked for his release. The emperor asked Androclus to explain the lion's strange behavior. When he heard the whole story, the emperor was also moved by the gratitude and friendship between man and beast. He ordered that Androclus should set free. He would no longer be a slave. When the emperor asked Androclus what other reward he would like, Androclus replied that he did not want anything for himself, but he wanted the lion to be set free too. The two friends went back to the forest to live a free life. Now let's see what the story is about. Firstly, this story is set in the olden days of Roman Empire. Roman Empire was a very rich empire. Many people were very rich and many people were very poor. Now what happened between these rich and poor people is very interesting. These rich people like kings, noblemen, all the ministers and all other wealthy men used to enslave poor people without their will. They used to forcefully enslave poor people for doing their duties. Now many times these rich people used to ill-treat these poor people. These slaves didn't have any freedom. They were not given proper food, they were not given proper clothes, nothing at all. They were treated like animals. So this story is of one such slave, a slave named Androclus. Now Androclus was a slave to the master who was very cruel. But Androclus was very brave and kind. He was very tired of his master's ill treatment. He was searching for opportunities to run away from the master. And one fine day, he got that opportunity. He took it and he ran away from the master. He went into the deep jungles, into the deep forest. Now he was very brave. He was not scared of going in the forest. But he was very tired of his master. So he went into the forest. He lived there very happily, very peacefully, because finally he was free. Now what happened? One day he was roaming in the forest to find food. And then all of a sudden he came in front of a lion. Now at first he got very scared. He thought of running away from there. But then when he saw closely, carefully, he saw that the lion was not moving from his place. He saw that the lion was very much in pain. He understood that the lion was having some difficulties. Then he went a little further, very, very cautiously. Then he saw that the lion was injured. His paw was injured with a big thorn. Now Androclus felt very pity for lion. He went there and very cautiously, step by step, sat near the lion. He took the lion's paw in his hand. Now he was very frightened from within, but the lion also understood the good intentions of Androclus. He cooperated with Androclus. Androclus then plucked out the thorn from his paw. He tore a piece of cloth from his own clothing and tied up the wounded paw. And then until the lion got well enough to roam on his own, walk on his own, Androclus took good care of that lion. Gradually, Androclus and lion became very good friends. But on the other hand, the master of Androclus was very angry on Androclus. He complained to the authorities about how his slave ran away from him. So many soldiers were sent to find Androclus. All the soldiers searched for Androclus here and there, but he was not found. One day the soldiers went into the forest, and there they found the lion as well as Androclus. They took both of them to the empire. Now in those days, running away from the master was a very serious crime, and such serious crime had only one punishment. That punishment was putting that man in front of a wild animal which was hungry for many days, so that that wild animal would eat that man. Androclus had the same fate. He was put in between a circus. Now this was a very huge ceremony. People used to enjoy such punishments. A lot of people were gathered. There was a big audience. The emperor also sat there. The masters were also there. Everybody was waiting for the lion to eat up Androclus. But what happened? When the lion was set free in front of Androclus, he was very hungry. He ran towards Androclus. But when he saw Androclus, he went and he bounded in front of Androclus. He started purring like a cat. And everybody was very astonished, very surprised. The emperor was also very surprised to see such behavior of the lion. He was very amused. He asked Androclus, "What happened? Why didn't the lion eat you?" Androclus then explained everything that happened in the forest. He said that I have helped this lion and he remembers my help. See how the lion was so grateful? The lion did not forget that Androclus was the one to help him. And hence, the emperor got so moved by this story that he demanded that Androclus should be set free. He should not be a slave anymore. And then he asked Androclus, "What else do you want? What is your wish?" Then Androclus, he asked that I don't want anything else. You just set this lion free too. Because freedom was the most important thing for Androclus. And therefore, the lion and Androclus both were set free. They both then lived happily in the forest with each other. Now this is the story of a very, very pure friendship between a wild animal and a man. The wild animal who cannot speak like a man and the man who understood the pain of that wild animal. Androclus teaches us how to be brave, how to be kind, and also he teaches us the importance of freedom. Whereas the lion teaches us how to be grateful. If someone helps you, you should always remember that help. So this is the story of a friendship between lion and Androclus. I hope you all enjoyed the story. I hope I have made the story clear. Now there are some difficult words in these stories. If you have any doubts, please comment below. I will answer them in the next video. Now workshop video will be coming up soon. All the best and thank you. Please like, share and subscribe.